welcome one and all. Great to have you on board for our continued coverage of these group stages, and it is safe to say that we're now entering the race for the finish line. It becomes about guaranteeing a place in the knockout stage, and indeed for some at the top end of the group, finding out who will finish in pole position and who their potential opponents may be. We do sense inevitably a much greater sense of urgency from those both on the pitch and in the stands, because the margins are becoming tight. The Kuip, often ranked amongst the most intimidating stadiums to play in, and it harks back to the 1960s and 70s in both its looks and its feel. Hoists it high. He's had a go! Oh, the ball's come loose! And it's played forward. Gets wrestled off the ball. Could be a... And the finish! Goal! Feyenoord! And it's Feyenoord who take the lead. He was urged to shoot, and he duly delivered.
Well, considering he has a bit of a shoot-on-sight policy, he was the one player that should have been picked up then. It was both careless and costly for Moran City.
I doubt very much that this was in the swank. That's a decent ball. Well played, he saw that coming. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Could move up a gear here. He's got through. He's got shapes to shoot! He scores! And they're at it again in double quick time. All over in seconds. That's what they can do to you.
That's just brilliant counter-attacking football, and as soon as possession was theirs, it triggered a move of devastating speed that was just too hot to handle.
And that's been levered clear. And the counter is on. And it's been taken straight back. Right through the middle. Real chance! Shoots! No mistake! And right on half-time, that is telling. Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
It's almost criminal to see a defence fail to identify someone who thrives when it comes to shooting stats. They knew, and yet they didn't heed, and they've paid the price and deserve to.
It'll be a throw-in. Forward it goes. And it's hoisted. Big chance! Oh, taken with style. 2 up and threatening to pull clear. Feyenoord will 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Look, this position ought to convince them to increase their lead. I think they should be really positive about this now, Peter.
Gets it back. Goes for the... Up he gets! Sticks it away! Oh, the cross was inch perfect and the header unerring.
Well, as contact goes, that was tremendous, and it helped him to direct it exactly where he wanted into that net. I think when it comes to the aerial department, this fella is definitely no slouch.
Questions were asked, but he's given the answers.
They're actually not getting too tight, which is interesting.
Has a hit! Good stop. Hit into the middle. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. He's gone for it! He's made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Well, I think the referee...
Shot at goal! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Shoots! And the ball's come out! Top save! That shot was travelling.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And the shot! That's pretty clear, it is a foul.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but...
Has a pop! Good effort first time.
Well, I think his mind was made up the way that ball arrived, and I certainly admire his willingness to hit the volley.
Gets up to head it! Cleared without complication. Tries to get it forward quickly. Played into... Massive leap! In it goes! They have stolen level at the last! That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
Well, look, it's often the timing of the jump that dictates what you can do with any header, and if you get it slightly wrong, then you'll struggle, but that was beautifully met, it really was. Absolutely sparkling, his reflexes were ultra-sharp.
Feyenoord. Hit rip. Feyenoord! Big relief, and he's there to make a great save.
The keeper really dug out his defence then.
Shot at goal! It's anyone's ball. Good clearance and very necessary. Hits one! Oh, it's in! Late in the day! This could well be it! Well, you've got to say the odds on him missing from there were very slim.
It's almost criminal to see a defence fail to identify someone who thrives when it comes to shooting stats. They knew, and yet they didn't heed, and they paid the price and deserved to.
He's made it 3. Quite a day at the office for him.
That defence must be sick of...
And that's it. Feyenoord have held on. A knife-edge game, a single goal margin.